Well, move aside finger paints. 4 and 5-year-olds will soon be hitting the books here in Ontario. The education minister today announced a new kindergarten curriculum. I decided to go back to kindergarten for the day to find out what it's all about.
A overhaul where we have more explicit daily knowledge and learning with respect to reading and math.
So the suggestion is, if you're in kindergarten, I'm at a nice kindergarten table here, I'm drawing a picture of a house. The idea is that a teacher like Kate would come along and introduce some new words, right?
I like that house. Look at the nice roof you drew there.
Roof. New concepts here for me. Is this what kids need? I mean, are we not getting along okay without this?
Some of the vocabulary piece I think is already in our kindergarten program. We're going to make it even more explicit. And then I think it's that letter sound correspondence. So I would say to you, oh, how do you spell roof? Remember,
And to further build foundational math skills, students will start to learn in a very basic way about fractions and codings and patterns. To give another example, students might share shapes or objects among their classmates to understand fractions.
Is this going to be more onerous for teachers? We know kindergarten teachers have a lot on their plate already.
We certainly do. There's always the learning curve piece, and once I got over that, it's actually easier. It's wonderful to have that scope and sequence, to know what you're doing and to see the difference that you're making. So once you have learned what you need to do, I think teachers are going to love it.
But the union representing elementary school teachers isn't necessarily loving it. In an online statement, ETFO says it just learned of the impending change and says it's urging the government to, quote, ensure there is adequate time to learn the new curriculum and there are supports to guide planning and instructional practice. There will be critics who will say, full-on play-based learning works. Why not just let kids be kids?
Well, we're going to ensure kids remain kids, but they're going to be better positioned to succeed in life when they're not kids by building those foundational skills earlier.
Officials say the changes they envision to the kindergarten curriculum will better link it with the updated requirements for grade 1. They also say the play-based model will largely remain.
It's not all teacher-directed, but we want that piece of teacher-directed learning.
What do you think of my house?
It's beautiful. Good job.
Thank you. The government says it'll spend the next year consulting on exactly what to put in the new curriculum. It'll release it next spring, and it'll be implemented in kindergarten starting in September of 2025.